Super Smash Bros. Ultimate turns 8 years old this December. Yeah, I remember when this game came out. And in that time, it received a ton of new content. You had 12 brand new characters, a bunch of new stages, Mii costumes from iconic franchises, and general gameplay improvements all around. But as we've entered the Switch 2 era, many fans have been wondering what's next for the series. I mean, we get a new Smash game every system, so when will Smash 6 come out? Well, I think I've figured it out, and in this video, we're going to talk about all that and more. So without further ado, my name is Mariomikester, and let's get into it. So for starters, I think one of the biggest questions everyone has on their mind is if this is going to be a brand new Smash game. As we all know, the mastermind behind the series is none other than Masahiro Sakurai. This guy has been here since the beginning and is not only the sole director of the series, but its creator. So it'd be pretty hard to make a new game without him. I'm not saying it's impossible, but given his track record of being hugely involved with every single game in the series, I think we're of sound mind to assume he'll be once again returning as director. The only issue with this is that ever since the completion of Smash Ultimate's DLC waves, he was busy with another game, Kirby Air Riders, where you guessed it, he served as director. This puts a big nail in the coffin for a brand new Smash game to be coming anytime soon, as it would be very difficult for him to be directing two huge games at once. Alongside that, Sakurai himself has stated before in his final YouTube video that it is impossible for him to direct multiple games at once due to the huge scale of his project. He even pre-recorded the entirety of his YouTube channel before working on Kirby Air Riders to ensure he could dedicate his full attention to the game. So to assume he's secretly broken that rule is pretty crazy, and is why I believe we will not be getting a new Smash game anytime soon, but rather an enhanced version of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Most likely a Switch 2 version, but they could also market it like 8 Deluxe and have it be some sort of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe, with a $10 to $15 upgrade for Ultimate owners and a full price physical and digital version for new players. Although depending on how much content is in this hypothetical deluxe version, I think the upgrade price could vary given how greedy Nintendo can be with their prices. What would this deluxe or Switch 2 version feature though? First off, I think enhanced visuals for Nintendo Switch 2 is an easy guess. With the big hardware leap from Switch 1 to 2, they could easily bump the resolution up to 4K, clean up character models to make them look better in the higher resolution, improve some textures, and possibly even go up to 120 FPS, depending on how much they use the Switch 2's power to enhance the graphics. I think 120 FPS could be a really good selling point for more diehard Smash fans, and really reignite the competitive scene. That is, if Nintendo even cares about the competitive scene. As for characters, not only would we get a bunch of new ones, some old ones would probably get redesigns to fit their current design. The two I think without a doubt will get redesigns to their modern looks is Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Although Diddy Kong's redesign isn't as intense as Donkey's, if they're gonna include DK's modern design, which I think is a no-brainer, they might as well use Diddy Kong's new design as well. As far as new characters go, I think that's where all the fun lies for this hypothetical deluxe version. And I do have some guesses for characters, so let's get into that. My first guess is Waluigi. He's been requested to join Smash for a long time now, and while a lot of the hype of him possibly joining has died down, I think now is the perfect time for him to be added. His moveset could incorporate all the spin-off Mario games he's in. His side smash could be him swinging with a tennis racket. Similar to Wario, his side B could be him getting in a car and driving across the stage. I think the possibilities for his character are pretty limitless and would be a fun character to play due to his wackiness. And they could do so much for his reveal trailer, showing off how he's missed out on all the other Smash games and how he finally has gotten in. Maybe he could even steal someone else's invite or something. My next guess would be Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, while a lot of people think Shadow would simply be an easy Sonic Echo fighter, I think that does a big disservice to who Shadow is as a character. I think a Dr. Mario/Luigi situation would be perfect for him, having similar side smashes and some shared specials with Sonic, but combined with some unique moves that make him different. This one is a little bit of a Hail Mary guess, but I think it's definitely possible given Shadow's current popularity, and just generally how requested another Sonic rep is. My third guess is Crash Bandicoot. Crash has been a highly requested character, and Nintendo is going to need at least a few big third-party newcomers where it isn't really a modern Smash game. I don't know much about Crash as a character, since the extent of my history with the games is playing the first one in that one Uncharted 4 level, and I sucked really bad at it. But he could become a new fan favorite, and seeing Nintendo collaborate with Sony like this, like they have with Microsoft in the past, would be a really cool way to show that these companies aren't at war with each other anymore. My final guess is Paper Mario. The Paper Mario series has seen a bit of a resurgence in recent years, with Nintendo finally remastering Thousand Year Door. Paper Mario's moveset has the potential to be legendary, making use of all of his abilities throughout the series, and of course his iconic hammer. Similar to the series, he could have a combo ability that ups his damage the more consecutive and well-timed hits you land, and that could be the thing that makes him super unique, as I know Nintendo likes to do that with its DLC characters. We do already have a Paper Mario stage in Ultimate, but I'm certain he would also come with another new stage. Now, there's one question you might be asking yourself watching this video. Why Ultimate Deluxe? Well, I think because Smash Ultimate would be such a hard game to top. Considering the plethora of content and characters it has, that just wouldn't be possible to bring over to a new Smash game in a reasonable time. I think Ultimate Deluxe is the perfect way to not only reignite people's love for the game, but also give Sakurai plenty of time to work on a new Smash game that even tops Ultimate. As for Ultimate's age, even though it's almost 8 years old, I still play this game constantly to this day. At least a couple times every few months, I pick up this game, play for a couple hours, and have a blast every single time. Whether it be an arena with friends online, playing in person, or just playing against randoms to up my GSP, I think breathing new life into this game could keep it going for another couple years. The gameplay is very refined and slick, the roster is amazing, and there's so much potential for new modes and different things that would spice up the experience. So that's why I believe we're going to get some sort of Ultimate Deluxe or Switch 2 edition. As for when this would come out, it's entirely possible we might see it within the next year or so. Shooting for a holiday 2026 release does seem a little unlikely considering Sakurai just finished working on Kirby Air Riders, but depending on how much content they plan to have at the release of this game, it could happen. I think the more likely option is a summer 2027 release date. That is if they're going for a bunch of content in this release. That is a perfect amount of time for Sakurai and his team to really buckle down and refine the game so that it feels fresh. And that's what I think is next for Smash. I could be totally wrong, as all this is based in theory, so I guess you could call it a game? Never mind. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments section down below. What characters you think will be in the next Smash, if you even think there will be one, or if Ultimate Deluxe sounds a little too crazy to you. I'm all ears.